Welcome back to another episode. And today I wanted to try something new. I've never seen anyone do an ASMR movie review before, and so I want to do that today. For those of you who don't know, I'm a filmmaker in Los Angeles, California, and so the cinema is my church. It's a sacred place for me. And so I wanted to do a movie review on James Cameron's third installment of Avatar, Fire and Ash. So here's my day one Blu-ray hard copy edition, the Earth Day edition of Avatar 1. So I saw this in 2009, 7 times in theaters, 4 times in 3D, and 3 times regular. So I'm a huge Avatar fan. I was really disappointed with the second installment, The Way of Water. Visually and technically, it was stunning, and everything I love about blockbusters, but it's also everything that I kind of, dislike about James Cameron and his approach to writing and dialogue. That being said, I think this installment was a huge improvement. Now, I know there will be people who disagree with that, but this third one is everything I loved about the first one and everything I didn't like about the second one, except done better. That being said, it does suffer from sequelitis. James Cameron is kind of one note with, the story beats from the last two. But I do think that the fourth and fifth installment, I believe they got announced, will do things differently. That being said, I think Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington were, show stealers. Stephen Lang was amazing as Quaritch. But Zoe and Sam, it's unfortunate that this is an animated movie, so they can't be really nominated for Best Actor, Actress, and that is so unfortunate because this movie is just a masterclass in scene work, and you can tell they have chemistry. I mean, they've been working on this thing and working together for, over a decade now. But Nateri and Jake Sully just there's something that oozes real to them. And let's talk about the realism. I don't know how James Cameron does it, but he makes these CG animated characters so lifelike and so human. So much so that I feel like a lot of real actors I see don't have as much humanity in them and in their eyes that James Cameron's able to animate and I mean obviously the team around him, but are able to capture through these animated characters and creatures that aren't real at all. And again, nothing is real on screen. I don't know how every single time he makes a movie, he just one-ups himself. This movie is going to be groundbreaking again for, more filmmaking techniques and the tech behind it, and hopefully a call to action to other filmmakers and studios to when you let something bake, it'll look good and it should look this good. This is how movies should look in 2025. We're in the future of cinema, and I still don't think we've even breached the surface of how technologically advanced, filmmaking techniques can be. The camera alone is still relatively new in terms of human history. So I'm very excited to see where we go in the future, and it's people and visionaries like James Cameron who do it. So if you haven't seen Avatar, Fire and Ash, or don't really plan on seeing it, I think you should go see it. One, I think there's this wanderlust. There's this there's this visual language of that just yells yearning for adventure that James Cameron captures so well, and he's so good at writing tension. There's so much tension in this movie. There's so many stakes in this movie. There's stakes in this movie like I don't see in Marvel movies or DC movies. Like there's times where I genuinely did not know if a main character was gonna be excommunicated from the rest of the series or not, just because of situations that they're placed in. And I think James Cameron, again, is just that type of director where he can just, one, reel you in, but also he can give you the sense of awe. And again, I said wanderlust because to me, it makes me want to visit these places. It makes me want to touch the leaves and the water and, go see these moons and these planets, but it's not real. And the only way to possibly see it is in the theater. I think he, again, is a master at making you want to go see a movie in the movie theaters. All the way back from Aliens to Titanic to, to the Avatar movies. James Cameron is just that guy. So, I mean, again, going back to a little bit of the negatives, because I think I'm just harping on all the good stuff right now. The issue that I have with, you know, the specifics of the dialogue and, let's say, the story beats, is just that, and this is my issue with remakes and with sequels as well, is he's so innovative everywhere else. It's glaring when something kind of falls short, and that's a compliment, because oftentimes I feel like characters are a bit melodramatic and don't live in the world by what they're saying and what they're doing. That being said, on the opposite end, when it hits, it hits. And I think, again, like Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana truly do live and exist in these characters. But, there's, without spoiling things, but, like the character of Spider to me just doesn't feel like, he feels like he's there for us humans to be able to attach to and project ourselves on, to be able to feel like we're going through this adventure and this journey. And, kids in general, when they're in movies, oftentimes are annoying, and he's very annoying. He's better in this movie, I think. The actor does his best, obviously, and kills it in the way he can, but it just always felt out of place to me. Now, I was spoiled with the movie prior, and there's things I didn't like that they're doing with Spider in this one. They do, when you watch it, it makes sense and feels good, but I do think a lot of the children characters are becoming better and more fleshed out, per se. Jake's and Atiri's oldest son is by far the most interesting character. I know people really love Sigourney Weaver's character a lot. She's a good character, and I think her and Spider's character really makes me like Spider more. But Jake's son, oh man, there's this scene in this movie that is just heart-wrenching. And it's because, again, the actor, behind the alien face is just really bringing it. So I don't want to rant on too much longer. Again, this is just a trial and seeing how these movie reviews go in ASMR. But yeah, my voice is starting to go a little bit. And yeah, but get out there, go watch that movie. For those of you who watch movies, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And happy holidays. And happy solstice to those of you who celebrate. It probably won't be the solstice after this comes by, but yeah, definitely go give it a watch. And if you are relaxed and are asleep, good. If you're not asleep, I would suggest go watch a movie.